Hello, my name is Dafnis Prieto and I'm a teacher at the Frost School of Music. I teach drums, composition, ensembles and rhythm synchronicity. Okay, so I teach here an ensemble which is named Dafnis Prieto Artist Ensemble. We play in some of my music. I challenge the students to bring their own compositions, and we treat it here in the ensemble, in the rehearsals, and we make it happen so that we all have a cohesive idea of how to make the band sound strong enough. I start teaching a rhythm class. It's called Rhythm Synchronicity. And that is actually open to all of the students, music students, and that is basic in going to the core of the synchronicity of how people can synchronize in a bandstand and play music together, rhythmically speaking. That it could be challenged, but at the same time to make that as much relaxed and as much flexible as possible, instead of playing rigid and and working against the pulses and stuff like that. So that rhythm synchronicity is a very challenging class for any kind of instrumentations, and we're having a great time doing that. 2 years ago I released this book, A World of Rhythmic Possibilities, and it's a book that it took me about 7 years to finish. In this book I wanted to actually refer to the amount of possibilities that could be done out of the rhythms that we already have and we already know. And coming from the background that I come from, Cuba, there are a lot of rhythms already established in a certain way. However, they have been almost unmovable by the people that have been, kind of playing and representing that. So my job throughout this book is actually to make this rhythm movable and to make a creative outline out of these rhythms in order to create a different understanding of it. So you actually give a thought and you can bring that rhythm to a different level by displacements of the same rhythm, by adding a different subdivision to that rhythm, and so on. Alright, so right now I'm very excited about this new album that I just recorded a month ago, and it's a big band. It's called the Dafnis Prieto Big Band, and we just did it in New York. We went and we rehearsed for 3 days, full days of rehearsal. I put together an unbelievable band of amazing musicians, and then we went to the Jazz Standard. We played 3 nights, and then right after that we went to the studio and we recorded. I'm really looking forward to release this recording, which is planned to be released in the spring of 2018. It's kind of a different level of my music. It's much bigger, much more enriched, and I'm really satisfied with the way it came out in terms of the content of the music, but the way it is played also. I have been fortunate to work with unbelievable musicians, different kind of genres, and from Eddie Palmieri, a top figure in terms of the Latin world. I also work with Brian Lynch, who teaches also here, and also with Michel Camilo at the Caribbean Jazz Project, and many other players in the Latin world, but also in the more avant-garde, like Andrew Hill, and Steve Coleman, and Henry Treichel. I wanted to be a composer just for the simple fact I wanted to create my own environments, musically speaking, so that I can play. It's almost like creating my own water to swim. I didn't want to swim all the time in other people's oceans. I want to create my own ocean. That had given me a great consciousness on my own playing as well as a drummer. It kind of one influenced the other. It's a much broader aspect of my artistry, but at the same time it has enriched so much me as a musician, but also as a human being. The diversity of the people of the faculty and also of the students here. There are students from different places in the world. Friendly and so professional. At the same time, it's relaxed and I am in touch with nature, which I love. Really to get the student to earn the responsibility that the growth of themselves is in themselves. I'm only passing them information and knowledge and my experiences, through my experience. But many of the things that I teach here are coming from me, from a self-taught experience. Or I try to give them that responsibility. You know, I can teach you any rhythm you might want to learn in your life, but it's your responsibility to take it to the next level. And the most important thing is asking the students, why is the reason you want to be a musician? It's not necessarily an easy path when it comes to professional life. So what is it that you're really looking for? And this is really, it must be meaningful to you, to the point that you should risk and you should invest an amount of time that's more than you might think in order to actually, you know, develop yourself as a musician, and eventually that will translate to develop yourself as a human being. The advice that I will give to any students is to try to find themselves through knowledge. We have a vast amount of knowledge in the world. It's there, it's not hiding. It's there, you can Google it anywhere. But to me the most important thing is, who are you within all that? What is it that you think you have to offer? Or period, what is it that you have to offer? And why is it that you want this really close relationship with sound? Eventually you get to it one day and you start answering those questions, because it is very important to really take it seriously.